This is how most of us experience language models. You ask a question, and the machine prints out endless, dense blocks of identical, rigid text. But a subset of power users have discovered specific community-driven shortcuts, cheat codes, that force the model to change its tone, depth, and structure immediately. Today, we are going to use a handful of these codes to turn a single, complex topic into a customized 3-part study guide in seconds. By the end of this, you will stop accepting whatever default answer the AI gives you and start dictating the exact terms of how it responds. Step 1. Setting up our environment. Open a new chat window and pick a difficult topic. We will use machine learning as our baseline. Look at this text input bar. Before you type your question, you must place your cheat code at the absolute beginning of the prompt. If we want an ultra-simple explanation, we type the code ELI5 first. Then you immediately follow that code with a colon. That pulse you see is the activation trigger, telling the system that a strict rule is now in place. The only way this breaks is if you mix conflicting commands. If you type /short right next to /long, the system will fail to process the constraints. Following this exact syntax removes all guesswork. The AI locks into the precise framing you requested. Now we build the first section of our guide, a foundational summary of machine learning that is actually easy to read. This split screen shows standard output on the left versus our cheat code output on the right. Without the code, you get dense paragraphs of technical jargon. But look at the right side. That is the result of using ELI5, which stands for Explain Like I'm 5. The code forces the AI to abandon the jargon entirely and map the technical mechanics onto everyday concepts and analogies. If that level is too basic, swap that prefix to ELI10 for a slightly deeper dive, or use /human to make the text sound like a conversation with a friend. Locking in this baseline comprehension early prevents you from getting overwhelmed, ensuring you actually understand the core mechanics before moving forward. Next, we add the second section to our guide. We are going to take a specific advanced concept, like a RAG pipeline, and convert it into a step-by-step workflow. To do this, we use the /diagram code. Watch how this diagram visualizes the logic. The code instructs the AI to break apart standard paragraphs and reassemble the information into a rigid sequential flowchart layout, using only text. If your topic involves evaluating 2 competing ideas instead of a linear process, you can run /compare to generate a clear side-by-side analysis. A sequential flowchart allows the AI to follow the logic in a single direction, unlike a standard paragraph where the relationship between steps is often buried in the middle of sentences. The final piece of our study guide involves testing how much information you actually retained. We trigger this by typing /quiz at the start of our next prompt. This diagram shows what happens next. The code inverts the normal dynamic. Instead of the AI answering you, it generates clear question blocks and provides empty user input fields. To make this work, you physically type your response and hit submit. The AI then grades your answer and generates a feedback box, confirming if you got it right. This shift to responding forces you to retrieve information from memory, while immediate feedback identifies exactly which concepts you haven't mastered yet. Here is the final output of our session. We have a unified document layout containing a simplified summary, a structured workflow diagram, and an interactive quiz. This entire 3-part guide was generated without writing a single sentence of instruction beyond the codes themselves. And there are 17 other modifier codes detailed in the cheat sheet that handle entirely different tasks, from writing technical deep dives to adopting specific expert personas. For your next prompt, pick one code you haven't used yet. Try /story to have the AI explain your topic through a narrative and see how the output changes. These simple syntactic shortcuts put you in the driver's seat, allowing you to consistently command high-quality, tailored results from any language model.